Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions, and today started off like a bloodbath. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention since the market opened. Market opens here in Arizona now due to daylight savings at 7:30, and we aggressively began to sell off. And just when I thought that, again, okay, I'm not going to trade any longer, I had to cut losses on my position on PTON. I got capped out at a $1,400 loss, if I'm not mistaken, at the very bottom. And I'm going to explain to you my entire trade. /NQ began to aggressively sell off. And then out of nowhere, we just began to aggressively recover. And although I still held my other long positions, which again, fortunately played out in my favor, I want to talk to you guys about the most important trade that I took today, and that's definitely PTON. On PTON alone, I ended up closing a little bit over $1,700 profit. But if you take into consideration at where I bought at with an average purchase price where I started buying at $95 and I sold right above 106, that's an 11% return just within the day. But it's because I took such a heavy loss in the beginning that it took a hit, and it really made me skeptical about my just confidence and my performance today, to say the least. There's nothing wrong with that. And one of the things that we've been preaching for the past 3 to 4 weeks, I think all of you guys can agree. I know I've been bothering you with it, but it's how important it is to be careful and watch your position size when things are so uncertain. With all this nonsense that's going on with the election, with all this talk about this COVID vaccine that is a 90% effective, the market is shifting, the market is inconsistent, and as news continues to be shared and earning reports continue to be shared, and we're seeing huge tech companies aggressively sell off, it's just like, I'm all for buying something for a good deal. And the video that I made yesterday, you guys absolutely loved it, talking about, what stocks have aggressively sold off, what airline companies aggressively pushed up, but again, pulled back today. It's just, there's just all this craziness going on. And it's so difficult to stay cool, calm, and collected when you're heavily invested. There's no question about that. So what I began to really focus my attention on is, I'm going to make sure that I get something for a good deal, right? Buying only what I see to be a good deal. And I need to be very careful with my position size, because although as of right now, it looks good for me, if I continue to go into PTON, especially as we're approaching territories right as it's around 106, 107, based off of pre-market highs and yesterday's highs as well, it could aggressively sell off just like it did today. And where I decided to cut losses is where it broke below $94. And some of you guys might be asking, Ricky, why would you cut losses when it broke below $94? Well, because yesterday's lows were $94, and I just saw that if it broke below 94, there's a breakup pattern there, and I didn't want to hold when there was a breakup pattern. And I just wanted to do my part in managing my risk. And again, taking into consideration my position size, I didn't want to lose more than $1,500 on the day on that specific trade. And then when we sold off, hit lows of $92. No one knows where the bottom is, and it broke above the EMA line, and then we began to show signs of higher highs and higher lows. I was like, all right, I'm going to give this a shot. Added 100 shares, 100 shares, 100 shares, and at the max of it, I was in with 400 shares, and then decided to lock in profits at 106.39, which of course played out in my favor. It's still doing a lot of consolidation up here. It could still continue to uptrend. When you look at the big picture chart for PTON, it's still very oversold. Just like, I don't know if you guys saw today, Beyond Meat reported earnings today. Aggressive drop. I think at the overall lows, it was down like 23, 22%. I'm not too sure. Aggressively dropped. Now, this is something that's extremely oversold. The same thing with ZM. ZM dropped a lot yesterday, and it dropped another 5%, nearly 6% today. Twitter, still, again, making lower lows and lower highs after getting rejected by the SMA line. Netflix, as of right now, it's trying to find a support level based off previous support levels. It's a little bit more on the oversold side based off previous highs. And there's just so many stocks. These are just the stocks that I'm paying attention to. You guys absolutely killed it in yesterday's video when you guys went out of your way and commented down below the stocks that were in your watch list that you saw to be good deals and have aggressively sold off. Why? Because you know that networking is so important in the stock market, especially as we're trying to do our part in generating and creating an effective watch list of stocks that are good quality companies, but due to unfortunate news, they have seen an unfortunate pullback. And another one is FedEx. And now FedEx is testing the SMA line, which has been viewed as a previous support level. There's just so many stocks that have been going up and down. One that also did extremely well today that I'm actually pretty surprised is Boeing in comparison to American Airlines, where it's actually down on the day, pulling back after yesterday's performance. while Boeing Airlines is still going up. And one of the things that I want to talk about and I'm going to end this video pretty quickly, is everyone got super hyped up when Carnival Cruise Lines shot up yesterday. American Airlines, all the airlines were shooting up. When something pushes up 20 to 40% within a day, does it really surprise you that the next day or even at market open that it begins to pull back? No, because if you guys actually pay attention to yesterday's performance, all of this hype happened pre-market. So as soon as the market opened, all American Airlines did is sell off. So if you're not someone that bought on Friday and sold on Monday, then you most likely didn't buy it and sell it for profit, unless, again, you're good at scalping. Which I'm not saying that, oh man, you shouldn't trade American Airlines. It's I need you guys to understand the importance of when this news is shared, it causes, an increase in price. And if you're not already invested, the hype is already there and it just begins to sell off as the selling pressure increases. And as of right now, because, these specific airlines have become so overbought, and these Carnival Cruise Lines, right, CCL, have become so overbought. Look at this. This thing pushed up 40% yesterday, which is absolutely amazing, but it drops 13% today. All I'm here to remind you is to have a plan. When something pushes up exponentially, or again, a great amount, never be afraid to lock in profits, to have an exit plan, a max dollar loss, a max percentage loss. Where is it that I want to, at least walk away with a certain amount of profit because I've already made 40%? I need to always remind you and encourage you, it's never a bad idea to walk away with some money in your pocket. Greed is such an unfortunate thing in the stock market, and I just want to make sure that we overlook that and we don't put ourselves in a position where we continue to only focus about, well, what if it continues to go up? Well, what if it drops 13% the next day and now, again, you've given back a good deal of your profits? That's what I want to focus on. So I'm very excited to follow up with all these different stocks that are in my watch list. Just make sure that you do your part in creating an effective watch list for yourself. Make sure you comment down below what stock as of today, right, with Beyond Meat, with Netflix, with ZM, right, with Twitter, with PTON. What stocks are you adding to your watch list, and which stocks did we not talk about in this video that are extremely oversold, that you see to be good deals, that once and if things begin to cool off, you can see to make a steady recovery? That's what I'm really excited to look for, to find those little golden nuggets. So again, I really do appreciate you guys' time. I hope that I earned your thumbs up in this video. Don't forget to stay connected. If you guys haven't joined us before for our live trading session, we trade live every single morning. We're one of the only people to do so. And if you want to join us as soon as tomorrow for our daily live trading session at market open, refresh your screen, click the second link in the description, and scroll down to get a better understanding of what the Learn Plan Profit group has to offer you. And if you want to get a taste of what it's like to watch me trade live, feel free to scroll down, watch this video, and when you're ready, click enroll, and we'll see you tomorrow at market open. Until then, we'll see you on the next one, team.